Hello and welcome back to the Zone Focus channel. My name is Chris and thank you again for stopping by. Welcome to my new setup. I have moved again. We're going to talk about that in another video. But in this video, we're going to be talking about a camera that's changed my mind from a video that I previously made. So as with most people, over time, your thoughts change. The way you feel about things change. And for me, my thoughts and feelings have changed about digital cameras. I made a video on this channel back in 2019, I want to say. One of my first videos I put out on this channel, I talked about the X100F and that I wasn't feeling very much from it anymore, and I was going to sell the X100F because I was going to go totally film when it comes to photography. And I didn't have any reason for trying to stay with digital cameras anymore because they weren't appealing to me and I didn't feel creative using it. So I sold the X100F and I gave up with digital cameras. Yeah, I changed my mind. I bought a digital camera. And this year in 2023, as I'm making this video, this digital camera just turned 10 years old. The camera that I'm talking about is this one right here. The Ricoh GR Original APSC 2013. Now, why did I buy this 10-year-old, as of making this video, digital camera? A few reasons, and I'm going to be talking about it. I'll be showing you pictures throughout this video that I've made with this because that's the biggest seller for me. So I'll be layering that over the video. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this little conversation that I'm going to have with you all about why I bought this camera. One, size. This thing is small. It's smaller than my hand, as you can see. It literally fits in the palm of my hand. It is also smaller in length than my iPhone, right? This is my iPhone. It's smaller in length than my iPhone. One of the main features that I use on this camera is called snap mode. Snap mode basically means that the camera jumps to a certain distance that you set within the camera and will make a photo at that distance, which eliminates the camera having to focus or autofocus on something with the computer inside. You can bypass the autofocusing system and just jump to a certain distance if you full press on the shutter. Most of the time you have to half press, it focuses, and then you push the button and then it takes the photo. Most digital cameras, that's how it works. But Ricoh came up with the snap mode, which you set a distance, and you can set this on the fly, by the way, from like a meter, meter and a half, 2 meters, 5 meters, 10 meters, infinity. Whichever one you want, and you hold the button all the way down and it will take a photo at that distance without having to worry about focusing on whatever you're trying to focus on. As long as they're within the zone, the zone that you focused on, zone focus, as long as you're in that zone, whatever you're shooting is in that zone, it's going to be in focus. Awesome. Now, the last thing is the JPEGs. Now, JPEGs are the big seller for me with this camera because, like I said before, I don't like to sit and deal with digital photos and digital files and tweaking and a whole lot of post-processing. I just want to, at the most move a couple of sliders and my photo is good already. So I choose to shoot JPEG because it's easier on my process and it makes me want to shoot more photos and without having to sit and deal with raw photos all the time. And the JPEGs on this camera are really good. There's a 16 megapixel sensor inside of this camera. And if you look at any forum about Ricoh GR cameras, people rave over the sensor in this camera because of the organicness of the photos that it makes. But I think there is some truth to that. People, of course, they associate this with film, but what I think people are trying to say is that the photos are unpredictable at times. The unpredictability reminds people of film because if film isn't as, it's not gonna be the same every single time you make a photo. There's gonna be changes because it's the chemistry of the photo, the chemistry of the film. Now this makes some very organic and unique photos. Really all that's saying is that it's not a very good digital camera and it doesn't do its job very well and it makes mistakes. Basically, it's not like the new cameras where things are very precise. This camera screws up pretty often. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's not really a very reliable camera when it comes to like reproducing images over and over again that are the same. But because of that, I think that's what makes it a unique camera. I think some of the most meaningful photos that I've made with this GR include my grandmother's funeral. I made some photos on this camera, and not sure if I'm gonna put any up here. I might put some in the video, but again, in the way that I shoot high contrast mode with high ISO snap mode, and made a couple of photos that I really enjoyed. Now that was a difficult time for me to make photos, but I think just due to the ease of use of this camera, it didn't make me feel over like it was too much. I didn't feel like I had too much going on. I could just pull this camera out, put it up, make a photo, and then just put it away. And I didn't have to like hold a lot of cameras and have big lenses and be in everyone's face and stuff like that. I could just kind of pull this camera out and make a couple of photos and put it away, and it disappeared and you know, out of sight. And I didn't have to really focus on using the camera. It did what it was supposed to do, and then it got back out of the way, and I could stay kind of in the moment. So yeah, if you all enjoyed the video and you shoot a Ricoh GR, let me know how you feel down in the comments below. If you agree with anything that I might have said, or if not, let me know. And yeah, holla at me in the comments, like, comment, subscribe. You already know what to do. As always, stay zone focused. I'll holla at you later. Peace.